Cat2909 back for another episode of Reading the Wrong Way. So I've obviously been quite busy, but I haven't forgotten about you guys. I want to do a special video before summer kicks off and brings back the National Summer Reading Programs. As we know, manga and anime can be an expensive hobby. However, you don't have to empty your wallet for it. I want to share a few money-saving tips with you guys, as well as an update on my own ever-expanding collection. Most manga volumes that average about this size are between $8 to $12. That's a lot, especially when you get into large series like the mainstream trio of Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. This first tip I don't personally follow, but it may be an option for some of you. Try to purchase the digital versions of your favorite manga directly from the publishers onto your iPhones, tablets, or e-readers. Viz Media, Yen Press, Dark Horse, and the magazine Shonen Jump all have digital versions that can generally be purchased for less than half the price of the print versions. I don't personally have any experience with this option because I'm a bit of a book purist. I prefer the feeling of a physical book and flipping its pages compared to staring at a screen, but hey, to each his own. And while I know scanlations and fan translations can easily be found on the internet, please consider purchasing it. Scanlations are illegal, and by not purchasing the physical copies from the publisher, it makes the business look less profitable and fewer titles will be licensed over here. Scanlations give nothing back to the publisher or artist, despite whatever claims the website you find them on may say. Again, I'm not trying to force my opinion on you, just offering a suggestion for you to consider so we can all keep enjoying our nice little hobby. My next tip is probably my favorite. Buy the omnibus editions of series whenever possible. These print versions include 3 volumes of the series in one book, and in the long run are cheaper than their single-volume counterparts. In general, the price of one omnibus is the same as buying 2 of the single volumes. It's like getting a volume for free. Most omnibus still include any extras that were in the original run of the books. Many popular series are being reprinted in omnibus format, including Fullmetal Alchemist, Rurouni Kenshin, One Piece, and Inuyasha. A few that I own myself are Alice in the Country of Hearts, the original series, Tokyo Babylon, X, Cardcaptor Sakura, and Angelic Lair. All of these clamp ones I just showed you have been reprinted in their entirety in omnibus format. One thing to consider is, do you want to collect the series for its condition, or to read the story over and over again? Do you want your books to be pristine, never before read by another human being? If not, definitely look for manga used. If you have a local anime hobby store, they generally buy and sell used manga. You can also look online to sites like Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and eBay. Be sure you know the price you would pay for the series or individual volumes brand new, so you can ensure the price you're paying with shipping included is really a cheaper option. If you're looking for multiple volumes or a complete series on eBay, try using the term lot. This will bring up auctions that include multiple volumes rather than singular ones. I've gotten many manga off of eBay for decent prices, including my entire XXX Holic series and RG Veda. They had some gentle wear on the covers, and a few even have the stamps on them from the original shop they were purchased at. However, to me, pristine condition isn't a concern. And if you do happen to purchase a used book that has some wear on the spine or cover, a little packaging tape can fix it nicely. This one isn't quite ripped yet, but it was a little weak around the edges from general wear. Packaging tape helps to reinforce it and prevent future damage. Another great tip is to look for sales and pre-order your books. Amazon offers a pre-order guarantee where most manga are marked down a few dollars. If you pre-order the book through them, you'll pay the lowest price it reaches when it's released. Another great site for sales is writestuff.com, which I'll leave a link to down in the description below. They frequently do publisher sales, including Viz Media, Dark Horse, and Yen Press, with sizable discounts. New and pre-order manga are often marked 33% off. Pre-ordering is a form of commitment, but the discounts are generally greater than what they will be when the books are finally released. I just received Hetalia Volume 6 today from writestuff.com. I ended up paying $10.99 for it, while the list price is $15.99. I saved $5 from pre-ordering the book, and with this particular series also received the first run color pages. When in doubt, check your local library. Free is always the best option, correct? As long as you have a library card, the world is at your fingertips. Many libraries have started adding manga into their collections, usually in their young adult or teen sections. If your library doesn't carry them, or is perhaps part of a library system, see if they do interlibrary loans. Another library may be able to ship their copy to your library for you to borrow. I've done this many times with series that I either wanted to check out but do not want to own, or they're too lengthy for me to add to my current collection. Or on High School Host Club, Daniel X and After School Charisma, which I've all reviewed, were series that I checked out from my library or had sent to my library. If they don't have what you're looking for, feel free to leave a suggestion with the librarian. They want to stock what people are interested in reading, and that can include manga. If you have conventions near you, head over to the dealer's room. Especially with larger city conventions, you can often get manga at a very good price. Some publishers offer discounts just for convention attendees that won't be available on their website to the public. There will also come a time where you'll want to add a new manga to your collection. Before jumping in head first, try sampling the manga in question with a free preview from the publisher. On their website, many publishers nowadays will let you read the first few pages and even the first chapter of their manga, so you can really see if you like the story, characters, and art style. Of course, this isn't a foolproof idea. I loved the preview of Juju, for example, that I read, but ended up disappointed in the end. It started off very nicely, but for me kind of fell apart about halfway through. I don't regret my purchase at all, but the preview did leave me with a little bit higher expectation. If you're really tight on a budget and can't afford long series, look for shorter series. There are many great series that are usually under 5 volumes. They tend to stray towards the shoujo side, but you can occasionally find shonen within those limits. Azumanga Daioh, Cowboy Bebop, and Wolf's Rain are all a few examples. From my own collection, there's also Earl and the Fairy, complete at 4 volumes, Pre-Tier at 4 volumes, Dramacon at 3 volumes, Too Hard at 3 volumes, Beastmaster at 2 volumes, and I will be reviewing this in a future episode, and technically any of the Alice in the Country of spin-offs, with most of them being single series after you've read the original. Clamp also has quite a few short series, which also include Wish at 4 volumes, Legal Drug at 3 volumes, Man of Many Faces at 2 volumes, Clamp School Detectives at 3 volumes, and The Legend of Chunhyang, which is a standalone. With anime, you can essentially follow the same tips I provided for manga. Right Stuff pre-order discounts for anime can be as close as 50% off. Another thing to consider with Funimation series in particular is their Save or Super Amazing Value Edition. These are classic, less profitable series that have been reproduced at a lower price in an attempt to bring more attention to lesser-known titles. You'll know the Save editions by the bright green bar on the left side of the cover. If you hate this color, the cover is reversible. They still have the same features as other versions, including their Classic and Viridian collections, just at a lower price in a more generic case. Most of these series are well under $30. I've found several amazing series in the Save collection, including Black Cat, D. Gray Man Seasons 1 and 2, Kaze no Stigma, My Bride is a Mermaid, Romeo x Juliet, Sands of Destruction, Tsubasa Seasons 1 and 2, and they also include the OVAs as well, and Triple X Holic. I hope these tips will help you form your own collection without breaking your budget. As for my collection updates, quite a few things have happened. This month marks the ending of my main running series, Siren. I thoroughly enjoyed the ending of this series. I'm really itching to reread it again from the beginning. If you're looking for a shorter shonen series, then I highly recommend it at 16 volumes. I also bought both of the Rurouni Kenshin Restoration volumes, which I also hope to review someday since I have done the original one. And I've since added 2 new series to my collection, though I think one's a continuation of an old favorite. I have a few other series that are going to be ending later this year, so I'm trying to fill in some gaps. The first one is Zero Seven Ghosts.
I've since acquired the
I came across the anime a while ago and I wanted to read the manga first.
This was a series of 12 books
someday
celebrating
I'll
Clamp's
review this
15th
one.
anniversary back in
The other
2004.
one is Triple X Holic
Each set
Ray, a
included 3 chess
continuation of
pieces
Clamp's
featuring
original
characters
series.
from Clamp's series.
As far as I can tell,
After
these are
collecting
stories
all
that
12
took place
books,
somewhere
people
in
could
the
send
middle
in
of the main
coupons for
story.
2 limited
But
edition
after volume
pieces,
1, I
Caro
really can't
and
be
Scannell
certain,
Sun,
and I'm not
a
one to
chessboard
research
and
ahead in case
magazine
of
holder.
spoilers.
I bought my set through eBay and it came with the chessboard. I do not have the limited edition pieces. They're all PVC and require weekly dusting, but they're well worth it if you're a fan and can afford it. You can usually find completed sets and individual pieces on eBay as well as the books themselves. Caro and Spaniel Sun are incredibly rare and generally overpriced when they are for sale, so please be aware of this. The chessboard and magazine holder are a little more common and sometimes included. I placed each character above the series they're from to add a little bit of whimsy to my bookshelf. My Alice collection has expanded beyond the front row, and I've started placing books behind it. Instead of keeping only my favorite series forward, I chose to keep a volume of each title forward, so they're all represented. Eventually I will be sending my least favorite books to the back, Nightmare and Ace. While we're talking about Alice, I do want to mention that they have announced licensing for a fourth world in the Alice series, Country of Diamond. So if you're like me and you're trying to collect every book in the series, be prepared for a fourth world and all of the books that will be coming with its edition. This is a perfect example of an ever-expanding series. I also bought these two amigurumi plush for my bookshelf of the Queen of Hearts and the White Rabbit. I bought them on Etsy from Little Creations by Anya Zoe. They're incredibly adorable and highly detailed for such small pieces. She makes a wide range of creations, including characters from Disney, Doctor Who, Avatar, and several anime video games. Check out her pieces and maybe purchase one for yourself. I'll leave a link to her shop down in the description box below. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this update video and my money-saving tips. These might not work for everyone, but I know how expensive this hobby can get, especially when you prefer print to digital like I do. With a few clever strategies and a budget in mind, though, acquiring series for your collection doesn't have to empty your wallet. I plan on being back next month with a manga review, so see you there.
When I was given freedom, oh, all I did was flee. When I turned back, there was nothing to see. You closed your doors before I could open mine. Now I know, now I see, it was a waste.